Hi, my name is Yvette Gonzalez, and this is going to be my literate environment. I'll be reading Hello World, How Do Apples Grow by Jill McDonald. This book is about teaching children the concept of fruit-bearing trees and the anatomy of apples in a developmentally appropriate manner. Concepts taught are the outcome of planting a seed, watering, and giving it sunlight by teaching science, nature, and culture. Children will learn how to grow apples and how different they taste, feel, and look. At the beginning of circle time, I asked the children what they thought we would be reading about. And after they guessed apples, of course, I asked what they thought they would learn from the book. We also went over the letter A, and Mateo there, as you can see, was interested in the apples. And Teddy over there was telling me what A sounded like. A for apples, and also shared some other words that started with the letter A. Unfortunately, I realized that my video was lacking audio. It only happens for the first couple minutes, so I'll be trying to narrate as best as I can as we go along with the video, and finally transition into the part where you can actually hear the interaction between myself and the children. So we will be learning about How Apples Grow by Jill McDonald. Everyone loves to eat apples, crunch, but do you know how apples grow? There are more than 7,000 types of apples. Apples start from a tiny seed. If you cut an apple open, you can see the seeds inside. An apple can have up to 10 seeds. You can have the stem, the skin, the core, the leaf, and the seeds are all part of an apple. The seeds are very, very tiny. And as you can see, Mateo over there is very interested in the apples. I just let him know that we would be having those for snack later. They're showing me 10 with their fingers. And here I'm showing the picture part of what an apple looks like inside. Apple seeds start to grow when they're planted in the soil and given sunlight, water, and fresh air. Plants use water, light, and air to make their own food. So what do they need? soil, sunlight, water, and fresh air. And again, as you can see, Mateo's having a bit of a hard time sitting still. We just need a little reminder that everyone wants to listen. The seed grows roots, which reach down into the soil. This young plant is called a seedling. And a green sprout with tiny leaves shoots up from the ground. The children are very interested in learning how to grow a seedling, and I just reminded them that we will be doing that as an activity. When the seedlings start to grow bigger and stronger, it becomes a sapling. It takes 2 to 3 years for a seed to become a sapling. The sapling grows taller and becomes a huge tree. In spring, buds on its branches open into a pink and white flowers. Each flower will become an apple. Inside the flower are the parts that make the apple grow. You got the stem, the petal, the ovules, the pistil. The stems are covered in yellow pollen. The pistil has a small sticky tube. The ovules turn into seeds. Bees fly from flower to flower, spreading. What do you think it's spreading? The bees spread what?
Apples.
The pollen from stamens to pistils. See?
Oh.
Yeah, that's why bees are important. They help more flowers grow because they spread the pollen.
Yay.
When the flower petals fall, an apple starts to grow. So when the petals fall, the apple starts to grow. See? You got the petal, they fall off, and then the apple starts to grow.
Yeah.
So did you know?
So they turn 1, they turn 2, they turn 3.
Yeah, the apple is actually part of a flower.
Yeah, they start to go. So they turn 1, they turn 2, they turn 3, they turn 4,
and then 5. It takes a full summer for an apple to be ready to eat.
Oh, yummy.
And pick and eat, yeah.
A
Full summer. Autumn is here. Time for apple picking. Just like what you said. Apples can be red, green, or yellow.
I see red apples and green apples and yellow apples.
Apples are picked, packed, and shipped from orchard to grocery stores and farm markets.
I wish there was rainbow apples.
They're probably like a rainbow, just different shades of reds, greens, and yellows.
I tried to eat it.
Apples are delicious. And knowing more about them makes them even sweeter. Apples are full of vitamins to help you grow. Look at all the things that we can make with apples.
Ooh.
Look at all the things apples turn into.
You can make a pie. You can make a pie and a muffin, and you can make a bread. You can make apples there, and you can make orange juice. You can make
orange juice.
Yeah.
Or apple juice. Yeah.
You can make what's it called that I used to eat? Like an apple? That one.
Jam, muffin cider, applesauce.
Yes,
Applesauce. Now you know how apples grow. Good things are worth waiting for, right? Good things are worth waiting for.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Dog right there.
The end. So what did we learn? What do you do first?
You plant the seed.
You plant the seed. What do we do next?
You water it. You water it.
And then what do we do?
Sand. With water, you go like this. And then put water on it.
No, what happens after? Sun and water. And then what happens after?
Big tree. And then there's
And then the summer comes. In the spring we get the flower. Then they fall in the fall, right?
And then they start to. They start.
They start to bloom the apple, right? Yeah. So here we have many kinds of apples. And guess what? We're going to cut them up and taste them for a snack. And we're going to get to see how different they taste. You have a Fuji apple here. We got the Fuji apple. We've got the pink lady. We've got the, oh, this one's the envy apple. See how different? They're all red, but they're still different reds, right? We have got the gala apple. See how different that red is?
Is that the gala apple?
That's the gala. This is the red delicious. Look at this is more like my color, and you have that same color too. Yeah, it's like a burgundy, isn't it?
My teacher is Mrs. Morgan. She explained it.
Yeah. And then we have this one, which has like green, yellow, and red. This is a Honey Crisp. This is one of my favorites, Honey Crisp. And then we have the green, the Granny Smith.
This is.
And then there was like so many other choices, but I thought this was enough because I think we're gonna be very full after snack, right? And for our centers, so I could not find a yellow apple, but they're out there. Do you like the yellow ones?
Yeah, they're tasty.
Yeah, they're tasty.
And I love the red ones.
So for our centers, we've got paint in the art area, and then we have right here our center. You're gonna tell me how the apple grows. This is the life cycle of an apple, okay? So this is what we went over in the book, right?
This.
Yeah. Well, first you plant
This.
and then you get the sapple or the sapling, remember what it was? Yeah. And then you get the tree. Then you get the flowers. Then they bloom. And then you have the apple. So you get to play with this over at the center over there, okay?
And all it starts over again.
And then, over at the sensory table,
I have that at my school, pumpkins.
you get to put this apple together.
Ooh.
So you've got the,
Red.
what is this? The skin.
The skin.
And then you've got the
The
middle part. What's the middle part called?
sin.
Well, and then we got the core.
Yeah, the core.
This is the core, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the stem.
The stem.
And you got the leaves. And then you got the seeds. And you get to put the seeds however you want.
And if you eat the seeds, like you get sick.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See? You got the stem, the skin, the core, the seeds, and the leaf.
Okay.
And then you have that for that center over there. And then you've got your books over there.
Yeah, and
about apples. Yeah. So you can have for free play. Free play. Bye. Okay, you may be dismissed. Make sure you go potty. Go in line and go potty, okay? Want to go potty? I can get in line and then you can play. So in your reading and writing area, you're going to have this little story right here. And then you're going to be able to retell this story. Do you guys know what the story is about? It's about a little house with no doors and no windows. Yeah. Once there was a little boy who had played almost all day. He had played with all his toys and all the games he knew. He could not think of anything else to do. So he went to his mother and asked, "Mother, what shall I do now?" This is Mother. Let's put all these down. His mother said, "I know about a little red house with no doors and no windows and a star inside. You can find it if you go look for it." So the little boy went outside, and there he met the little girl. He asked, "Do you know where is a little red house with no doors and no windows and a star inside?" And she's like, that's strange. The little girl answered, "No, I don't know where there's a little red house with no doors and no windows and a star inside. But you can ask my daddy. He's a farmer and he knows lots of things. You can find him by the barn." So the little boy went to the farmer down the barn and said, "Do you know where there's a little red house with no doors and no windows and a star inside?" And the farmer said, "No," said the farmer. "I don't know about why. I don't know, but why don't you ask grandmother? She's in her house up on the hill. She's very wise and she knows many things." So the little boy goes to the little grandmother. "Do you know where there's a little red house with no doors and no windows and a star inside?" The grandmother answered, "I don't know, but you asked the wind. I don't know, but you asked the wind, for the wind goes everywhere, and I am sure he can help you find it." And here's the wind. The little boy went outside and asked the wind, "Can you sit up, please? Do you know where I can find a little red house with no doors and no windows and a star inside?" And the wind said, "Come with me." So the little boy ran after the wind. He ran through the grass and into the orchard. This is yours.
I'm tired.
I know, it's hot too. And there was on the ground, he found a little house. The little red house with no doors and no windows and a star inside. He picked it up.
It's an apple.
It's an apple. Does it have windows? Does it have doors?
No.
Well, we'll see. He ran home to his mother and he said, "Look, Mother, I found a little red house with no doors and no windows, but I can't see the star." So this is what his mother did. Do you see the star? You don't see the star?
I see a star right there.
Are you sure? Let's
Right there.
see. Ooh, that's juicy.
Yeah. That's juicy inside. Is it juicy?
It looks juicy. Let's see this one. Hold on, it too. Stick in your bottom.
That is very juicy.
you think it is?
Yes,
Well, this is a green one, but there's a star inside! Isn't that cool? And then there's seeds. And then later we can,
This is not a moon.
but if you cut an apple in half, you will find a star inside. So you'll be able to play this over at the quiet area, okay? And you'll be able to retell the story, and we're gonna be able to see stars for our afternoons. And okay. What else was I gonna say? I think that's it for today. And we're just gonna wait for your mommies and daddies to pick them up. Thank you. Yeah, go to the centers.
Thanks for watching.